tell you get out this car or take your seatbelt off, you do not get out this car. Do you understand? You better fight they asses. Fight them. Do you hear me? Listen, if you plan on shooting somebody today, then you can get your wish. When you put your hands on me, I promise you, they're going to have to kill me today. And it's something that they're not going to anticipate, but they will. That is exactly what you guys want to do. Look at me in my eyes. You guys are going to take me away from here in a body bag.
It's a tough watch, huh?
I can't.
I've seen this one a few times already. Like so many of the others, I feel it could have been handled differently.
I've noticed in the past while watching a lot of these videos that what we don't realize is mental illness plays a big part in how people react. I don't think the police are properly equipped to handle this.
It makes you wonder if they even care. I know I've gone through too many of these videos over the past God knows how long. It's just one after another now.
It's always like you don't want to watch, but you have to.
Social media has made it more prevalent. I mean, we had talk radio back in the day. We knew what was going on, but I'm sure there was a lot more we didn't hear about.
It's like a public display of trauma, but at the same time, I'm kind of grateful for them, you know? It's like the shock value of having all this constantly in your face really has caused some people to become more aware. I mean, we went so long without knowing some of these things were happening. I mean, I know I did.
It's sad that it had to come to this for people to wake up. I could tell you that growing up, there were instances I heard people speak on. Stories that stuck with me over the years. The wave of them now, though, it's overwhelming. But I feel it needs to be seen because people need to be woken up.
Most times it's really hard for me to stomach. But I feel like it's my duty to watch. It's my duty to make sure other people watch. And I write about it so that these victims have a voice. And so that people are made aware of what's happening. Sometimes it's just too much. I don't know how to find the right words, the right angle to tell the right story.
It can be difficult, to say the least. There is sadly no shortage of cruelties enacted upon black people in America. This ongoing farce that they call the war on drugs caused an over-militarized police presence in our neighborhoods and sharp increases of black inmates in prisons, mostly picked up for petty crimes, then labeled as felons, unable to vote, ineligible for government aid, then shut out of the workforce by a checked box. As a black man, I know the struggle. Seeing our own get shot down one after another by police forces. I know what it does to me directly. What does it do to you?
I think often people don't realize that black women also struggle. I mean, because I know black men struggle, but people don't realize that we also carry these burdens, these obstacles, and now this.
I can imagine you do. I would think that it's even more enhanced when you figure that you're dealing essentially with everything that we're dealing with, plus what is a male-dominated world to begin with.
You always think people will be a bit more careful with a woman, but that's not always the case. Plus, they don't really see us as women anyway. They see us as a threat.
You're right. And I think that's something that cops don't know how to deal with.
Exactly. Like when Sandra Bland was pulled over. That cop didn't see a woman who was upset because she was getting a ticket. He saw an angry black woman and decided he was going to put her in her place. And now, with Corinne, seeing these things starting to happen to women, it's shocking. Very shocking and very scary.
Are you more on guard?
I think you have to be. As a black woman, you have to be more on guard. Yeah. I think that might be what she was doing here. She was trying to protect herself. And she might have been reacting differently than I would have, but I kind of understand where she's coming from.
Wait, so you're telling me that you agree with the way she handled the situation?
I don't necessarily agree with it. I get why someone would feel that way, would react that way coming face to face with the police. I mean, now more than ever, I know I feel differently towards the police than I have in the past, just because of how they treat people that look like me. And now women that look like me. I just think it's strange that people are turning on her. Look at some of these comments. I can't get behind her with her acting like that. She's crazy as hell. Stupid bitch pointed a gun at police. Of course she got shot. I mean, put aside the fact that they are calling this sister a bitch in light of everything that has happened. But was she really stupid?
I don't think she was stupid, but I feel that something was wrong with her mentally. I mean, to have that shotgun pointed like that.
Is it a given that if you point a gun at a cop, you die? I know we've been shot for less. Wallets, bottles, brushes. But if that's the only reason she died, then why didn't she die right away? Why was there a standoff for hours, and why was this how it ended?
I'm not saying that it shouldn't have ended differently, and I am in no way defending the way the cops handled the situation. But I think they felt they did what they had to do given the situation.
I watched that video of her at that traffic stop, and I remember thinking she might not be completely stable, that her head might be wired differently. Lots of black bodies found in the streets belong to people who were wired differently. When I researched it, it just kept coming up. Manic depression, paranoia, schizophrenia. Is mental instability a death sentence, and does it have to be death by firing squad?
It doesn't have to be by firing squad, but the woman had a weapon and threatened to use it.
Corinne wasn't scared of death. That was apparent. She was militant. She didn't trust the police. She felt they were out to get her, that she needed to arm herself in defense. The crazy thing is, she isn't really wrong. I mean, sure, she reacted irrationally, but she reacted to facts. Cops do kill us. And I don't know the ones that do from the ones that don't till there's a gun drawn, and at that point it's too late. In her mind, she wasn't putting her kids in danger. They lived in danger every day. She was preparing them for survival, for life, for war. And I don't know if I disagree with that.
I get it. Believe me, I do. But as a parent, it is always my first responsibility to take care of my child. My self-preservation isn't simply for myself. I have a family that needs me to come home to them. Staying smart and keeping cool in situations like this is absolutely essential. Whatever was going on in her mind, whatever fears or biases she had, put that aside. Not only did she fail to keep herself safe, this woman put her son directly in harm's way. And I can't get past that.
So, you think she's to blame for her own death?
I think she caused her own circumstances.
It's getting late. I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah. Talk to you tomorrow.